You are looking at New York's Times Square, where the excitement is building for Super Bowl 48. The weather forecast calling for a balmy 48 degrees this Sunday, although the forecast for today's session on Wall Street on this final day of January not looking so hot. Stock index futures are pointing to some big declines at the open. Let's take a look at European markets about halfway through the trading day. Emerging market currencies still under pressure, also weighing on the markets in the Eurozone inflation data, which missed expectations. There are concerns that deflation fears could derail the fragile economic recovery in Europe. Our top story this morning is Microsoft. The tech giant reportedly one step closer to naming a new CEO to succeed Steve Ballmer. It looks like Microsoft is leaning toward naming an internal candidate for the job. It appears Satya Nadella, the company's EVP of Cloud and Enterprise, has emerged as a leading man to replace Ballmer. A lot of quarterly reports after the close yesterday to tell you about this morning. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ wall. We'll kick it off with Google. The company earned an adjusted $12.01 a share. That was 19 cents below forecasts, but investors shrugged off those numbers instead looking at the top line. Revenue came in at $16.9 billion. That was slightly higher than what analysts had been expecting. The results were driven by 17% growth in Google's core advertising business. A bit of a different story for Amazon.com. The e-tailer earned just 51 cents a share in its latest quarter, a big miss from Wall Street estimates. For the current quarter, Amazon said sales would be at the low end of forecasts. And keep an eye on shares of Chipotle today. The burrito chain earned $2.53 a share, a penny better than forecasts. Revenues climbed 21% from the same period a year ago. And one deal to tell you about today is ZYNGA. It's buying NATURALMOTION, which makes mobile video games, for $527 million. ZYNGA also announced it would cut another 314 jobs, or 15% of its workforce. The game maker also posting quarterly results. They posted a loss of 3 cents a share. Wall Street was expecting a wider loss. And our action alert this morning is Facebook. The Street's Jim Cramer says he would be a buyer of shares of the social network. Cramer says Facebook is the fastest growing big cap stock in America because it hits on some global themes. They include social, mobile, and the cloud. Well, check back with us throughout the day at thestreet.com for the latest news from Wall Street. At the NASDAQ market site in New York, I'm Ruben Ramirez. Have a great weekend.